Hello, how's it going? Still the same normal start. Yeah. We'll talk about all the stuff that's new, things that might come up to be new, things that aren't new yet. Basically what happened here before we kind of get into the state of the stream stuff. We needed to launch these shows, specifically one of the shows, because it's kind of time sensitive. And so, Barry, why does it say Sunday Fun Day? Barry. Oh, it's because I have two control panels for this. See, this is why we test things, Barry. This is my fault though, not yours. I think you have faster access to this. If you want to rename that to State of the Stream 2020 with State of the Stream all on top and the second line 2020, let's do that. Let's try that. Maybe we'll do that. Anyways, what I was saying is all of this stuff basically is happening today because one of the shows is, no, that's okay. What if you just put State of the and then stream where 2020 is? Hey, that looks better. There you go. Very picky. Yeah. Yeah. So all this stuff is all kind of coming together. I wouldn't say last minute, but Barry's on about 2 hours of sleep. So maybe that's the proper way to say this. Some of the stuff that we're putting in is not ready yet. Some of the stuff that is being built won't be ready for a little while. This kind of got pushed up because, again, one of the shows, which we'll be talking about a little bit later in this, is imperative for getting launched this week, or really next Monday is when the first episode of that will go. And that's going to make sense when we get to that show. So we'll get to all the new graphics and stuff, but kind of to start things off with, let me turn the music down just a little bit. Also, this won't get claimed on YouTube. That's nice. Or maybe it will. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go on the other channel. Anyways, so when we ended roleplay on the channel, I didn't talk about this, but we were actually between contracts with Twitch. And so I kind of had a moment there of, a decision to make on if we wanted to keep doing this. And this isn't just for, the sake of being dramatic in the start of this. But it was really like, hey, do I want to keep streaming? And so we discussed things. There was about a week there, where I think if you remember, I just kind of took the week off. We didn't really do much on actual streams were kind of short. And I kind of took the week off from off stream work, which is essentially I would end the stream and go upstairs and not really work on stuff. And at the end of that week, obviously I'm still here. So I decided to re-sign with Twitch and move forward with new content. But within that week, it was one of the things where I kind of had to refocus on stuff. Roleplay was on the channel for 7 years, and it was such a big thing on the channel that we had to kind of look forward and see what made sense and what we wanted to do. And I think you've seen some of those things change in the past couple of weeks. I don't know, nothing really grandiose, but I do think the stream has changed significantly in the past couple of weeks, whether you guys see it or not. It's definitely changed for me. I mean, we stream an hour earlier. We definitely approach games differently. You guys haven't seen any of this, but we had a entirely brand new extension behind the scenes made. So I'm actively tracking so much more than we ever used to. I mean, at any given time, I can kind of see a list of about 15 different streamers. I can look at different games. I can see, I'm approaching it much more analytically than I ever have before. And ultimately, it's actually worked out for the better. The things that we're doing and the choices that we're making on the channel are coming from a analytical point of view rather than like a, I think we're going to stream this type point of view. So whether that was shown on stream or not, it's definitely different for me than it was back in the day, or it was, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, which is all good. It's all been a great change. I think both my mood and my overall, feeling towards streaming has changed for the better. So I'm excited for that. That's up to you guys if you're excited for that. But yeah, like I said, I re-signed with Twitch, and we're gonna move forward with new content. So here we go. We can kind of start to talk about this stuff. First off, you can kind of already seen the different graphics. There's not much here on this page yet. This is one of those pages where, we think the background kind of speaks for itself in terms of the backdrop. And so trying to design around that is a little bit of a hurdle, but we're going to figure it out. We kind of just like this simple stuff for now. And we'll figure out what that, what this scene's going to look like moving forward. We don't spend too much time on this scene anyways, except for the start of the streams. Then once we get into the games, we're on the other one. But there will be things changing over the next couple of weeks. We already saw a bunch of different changes on this over here. On the break screen here, we've got our schedule now that'll play. You guys were saying that, the timer's too small for mobile, so we'll definitely expand that and blow that up a little bit. We've got a bunch of different things here that we can do in terms of, what's shown. Yeah, so that's all kind of a work in progress. I think Barry tomorrow, we're going to have a visualizer, I think is the technical term, on the logo that'll react to the music and audio in real time. So that's coming tomorrow, if not later this week. There's some stuff that still has to be done. Also, yes, I'm sure you're already noticing that the transition is still the old logo. That's one of those things that did not get finished in time for today. So still kind of in a process of getting everything over to the new logo. I think my Twitter is still on the old logo. Both YouTube channels, yes, we have 2 YouTube channels now. We'll talk about that in a bit, are on the new stuff. But yeah, there's stuff changing. There's stuff that's being updated. Mostly we want to keep adding to the channel, and we have a bunch of different ideas that kind of got put on the back burner when we decided that we were going to launch today. One of the biggest things that I'm most excited about is we're going to build out kind of an entire channel point system, using and utilizing the current Twitch channel points, but we got to ride the fine line of like not getting too crazy, but also providing chat with cool stuff to do. So you're not going to be able to flashbang me by turning my lights up to 100%, but you might be able to, I don't know, put an emote up on the stream or play a soundbite or something like that. So yeah. Also, if you just saw a preloading thing, that's very actively like changing the stuff in real time. Because that's actually what he's doing on the notifications and whatnot. The subtext is not preloading. Whenever you see that preload thing above me go off, that's Barry hitting the preload button to make sure that whatever he changed is changing in real time. That's how like real time and not last minute, but down to the wire this stuff was. But yeah, let's talk about the new shows. I think that's why most people are here and most people are excited about what we're going to be doing in the future. So if you've been in our Discord, which if you're not, itmeJP/Discord, you only have to have a active sub the first time that you connect. And then if you drop your sub afterwards, you won't get kicked or anything. We'd love to have you guys in there. Once again, that's itmeJP/Discord, or just click the link down below the stream that says Discord. I think you've seen the new logos already over there. I definitely posted them and maybe deleted them. And you guys also know the names because you helped me come up with them ultimately, except for Kojak. Kojak did not help whatsoever with the names. That's an inside joke for Discord people. So Yeah, the first one, and really the reason that we're launching all of this today, in terms of the stream overlays and all this stuff, is a show that I think when they released this product, I immediately knew that I kind of wanted to do something with it, but I didn't know what it was going to look like specifically. So, oh, this is going to be fun. Now, here's the scary part. Okay, let's do, what are we going to do here, chat? Let's do this, and then that, and then the cat can meow. How did you get back out of this door? I guess we'll do this and we'll see what happens. Maybe that'll work. When they initially launched this product, I knew I wanted to do something with it. I just didn't know what it was going to look like or when we would do something with it. Also, yeah, you guys saw nothing there. But I reached out to a friend of mine who I saw doing a watch party a while back, and he seemed super into it. And I've kind of always wanted to work with this particular individual. Neville has to. He's really interested in being on the show. Do you want to go in there, Neville? Should we just let you in there so you stop interrupting? No? Okay, he said shut up, JP, and he went to the cat tower. Stop stalling. No, it's Neville. Neville's meowing. Anyways, next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and every Monday after that at 6 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing a show called Primetime. It's going to be myself and Jericho, and maybe some guests in the future. We're going to be doing some scheduled watch parties on Primetime. Next Monday, we're going to be starting with The Boys Season 2. So if you're not caught up, you have the weekend to watch. We're going to do probably about 2 episodes, 2 episodes of The Boys or 2 episodes of whatever, each episode of Primetime every 2 hours. So it should be good times. And then once we finish with The Boys, we'll kind of see where we go after that. Let's pop my camera up here. So yeah, ultimately it's a watch party show. We're going to try to pick shows that, or movies that have, the most amount of people that can watch them, because they are somewhat, like limited, I guess is what you could say, in terms of who can watch that stuff. Yeah, a lot of these logos have been already announced and already been shown for people that actively visit the stream. But yeah, that one's short and sweet. It'll be a pretty easy show to produce and show to create in that regard. I'm mostly just looking forward to hanging out with Jericho for sure. The Boys potential content is safe for Twitch. Yes, you can actually restream like Blazing Saddles on watch parties, which is crazy. In terms of how the VOD is going to work for this, that's probably the biggest question that I think a lot of people have. We're going to do... The VOD itself is going to exist and live on YouTube after the fact as well as Twitch. But within the VOD, we're going to have like a timer on stream that'll sync to... Not actually sync, but it will be timed to when we press play on the Amazon video. So if you want to watch it after the fact, when we're not live watching via the watch party, you can do so by just pulling up the YouTube VOD and have it play over that. We'll probably also offer this as a audio experience as well. So if you want to just play the audio version and not see our faces or anything like that, that's something that you can do. But yeah, we'll be starting that next Monday, September the 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern with Jericho. Should be a good time. This sucks for non-USA. They actually recently updated all of the watch party stuff to work outside of the USA, as long as you still have, I think, Amazon Prime, and it's also for specific titles. So it does work outside of the USA, and also the VODs will be kind of a way that you can watch that stuff, especially if you're not watching it via the watch party or like the video player, you're watching it via TV or something like that. But yeah, it still is a little bit iffy, which is why we're going to be careful with the titles that we choose and watch there, so that we can get as many of you guys as possible to get kind of past that hurdle. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Prime time with Jericho. Finally talk about it. I also need to tell him that he could talk about that He's been wanting to talk about that for a long time on his channel. What limited do you mean the numbers show that could be shown in watch parties? I don't know what you're asking. I'm not. We'll do here. I didn't actually have planned for this. We can do questions at the end of this. I'm going to put this at the end. Q&A time. We'll take questions from the chat on stuff. Let's do that. Great. So that's prime time. That's first show. Now the second show, when I talked about this recently on the channel, I think I showed the logo for it. This one I think is going to become kind of the main focus. It'll at least become the main, like, the most amount of work on a consistent basis that I'll be doing will be towards this, as well as just normally streaming games. Will it, be as vital to the channel as roleplay once was? I don't know. That's on chat to decide. I'm definitely putting in the work for it though, to be. So we'll kind of have to see what happens and if you guys enjoy it. With all that said, I think for those that have been around the channel for a long time, you guys know that I enjoy talking to people, and asking them questions that maybe they don't normally get asked, or finding out why they are the way they are, or how they got to a certain place. And for those that have been with us since kind of the esports days, you'll remember that I used to do a show called Real Talk. Real Talk was a show that I really enjoyed doing, but it was a lot of work. And it is a lot of work. The amount of off-stream time that went into, figuring out how to assess each interview and kind of the background information there was a lot. And I think initially when I did that show, I realized that, but I wasn't really streaming on a daily basis back then. And once we started doing role play more commonly, it really just became like a shit ton of work ultimately. But we had graphics created for a reboot of that show probably around 2 to 3 years ago. But we never really pulled the trigger on it. The amount of work was always so daunting. We kept adding more things. Either it was more stream time, or it was another show of roleplay, or something. There was always something that kind of would fill the time that would be needed to do another whatever, to restart, I guess, Real Talk. But the more I thought about it, now that we don't have role play and that we started doing a bunch of these different interviews just on drop frames, we did kind of something around the Marvel's Avengers stuff a while back. I wanted to do more of it. I wanted to get kind of back into that. But that name's really outdated. Name is really out. Real Talk is just a bad. That's a great, like, 2013 name. All right. That's something like Zoomer JP would say. No one would say, like, all right, dude, Real Talk. Like, no one says that anymore. But I still really want to do an interview type show. So this is all a long-winded way of saying that I'm happy to announce a brand new show called Frienda. So Frienda, it's a long-form interview show, probably 2+ hours on each episode. The show's going to exist in seasons. This is kind of like I was talking about. The interviews take a lot of prep work. The actual filming of the interview and whatnot is pretty simple. Frienda. We'll get to it. You'll see the logo in a second. It'll make sense. It's not Friend EA. EA is not our friend, chat. You've never gone NDA, like you sign in NDA and you talk to a friend like, dude, this is Friend EA, bro. It's very common. Also, EA is our friend if they pay us enough. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the show's going to exist in seasons. And this is a way for me to kind of say, like, all right, season 1 is over. We're going to be prepping for season 2. We'll announce that when we can. And hopefully this will alleviate the idea of viewers expecting like weekly content, because this show will not be weekly. It's simply too much work to do something like that. By the time that we finish, prepping for one, it would be time to do the other one right out of the gate. But we want to make sure each show is focused and that it gets the time needed for kind of the quality of the show that I'm wanting to put out. So the first season is scheduled to have 6 episodes. We've got 3 of the guests already locked in. And you can see those here. And also the logo reveal. So this is Frienda. We'll have 3 of my friends under NDA. We got Rami, we got Jerry from PAX, and we also got Ko, who's going to be joining us. We're not sure of the launch date just yet. Why does Rami look like a professional gamer there? What? I gotta ask him where that photo's from. I don't know where that interview is from, or where that photo is from. Rather, he looks ridiculous. He's about to drop his hottest mixtape in that. But yeah, first season, 6 episodes. Those are the first 3 guests. We're still looking to confirm the other 3. 1 of 4 of those is already confirmed, but I felt comfortable announcing the 3 that we have, and then we'll announce the other 3 later down the line. It's a one-on-one long-form interview show, kind of chronicling, how they got to where they are now, where they started at, talking about kind of how they got, their childhood and different things that kind of impacted them. Yeah, that type of stuff. Should be good. I'm excited for it. Like I said, the first show date is still to be determined. It's also up in the air on who we're going to have as our first show. So if you guys have feelings about that or someone that you'd like us to talk to before the others, by all means, let us know. But yeah, that's where we're going with that. That's Frienda. Not Friend EA. Friend NA. The first question I'm going to ask Ko is how he got his clone to work out 24/7, but also is still able to stream, You know what I'm saying? They're going to pronounce it like Brenda? Frienda? You're going to call it Frienda? No. No, you're not. No, you're not. Frienda. Wow. Here's the thing. I feel very confident about the name for all the people in chat that are poo-pooing it. Because I had maybe even a potential guest, spoilers, who is a screenwriter for Hollywood movies, say that's a really good name before I wasn't looking for, so screw all you guys. All right. I'll take a Hollywood writer feedback, over all that stuff. Yeah. He also might be on in the future. We'll see. With all that said, pre-show is still going to exist. Whiskey Sweet is still going to exist. Drop Frames is still going to exist. And Forward and Back Again, a Cocktail, is still going to exist. We're actually recording another episode of that later today. And graphics are getting built out for the show and whatnot, but we don't have a logo to reveal just yet. But for those that don't know, Forward and Back Again, a Cocktail is me and Jesse Cox talking nonsense about his journey through the world of Final Fantasy XIV. So I think we've got 3 episodes of that up on YouTube. Something like that. Maybe. So that brings us to 6 different shows on the channel. So there's a lot going on. These are not all going to be weekly, except for the schedule is Drop Frame still every Wednesday, Whiskey Sweet every other Saturday, Forward and Back Again whenever we can schedule it, pre-show whenever we can schedule it, and Frienda whenever we can schedule it as well. Primetime will be every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Is going to be a weekly show there. So that is all the show news. Let's talk about some of the other stuff coming up. Maybe some channel updates. For a while now, we've used, I guess you could call it a mascot, on the channel. If you look at, let's see, if you look at like itmeJP MVP or itmeJP praise, you can see, or like itmeJP, and then we've got kind of this like, you know, I think I started out with that being kind of a knock on chat being, you know, just a nerdy little kid. And so it definitely was not it did not begin as a point of endearment. But one of the things that we actually do want to create, and one of the things that we're working on with Elu is kind of figuring out a quote mascot for the emotes. We being me and the mods and Elu have seen about 5 or 6. We're not really there yet, I don't think. It's something that we're working on in real time. Right now, one of the like goofy ones is JP, is a little like vegetable pea named J. I don't know. Elu made it look really cute, but we might not go there. Probably not going to go there. I like the way it looks though, but we're probably not going to go there. I guess I could show you guys this image just so you can see it. Let me make sure this is the right one before I just throw a random image. These are kind of like different tests that Elu came up with. You'll recognize Bob. You also recognize Ollie over there barking. Oh wow, we're about to get a lot of rain. You'll also recognize the Namazu here. But yeah, this is kind of what we're thinking right now. We might go for some different other stuff here. We'll see where it goes. I like the JP one though. That thing's kind of cool. It is a little bit close to not Sully, whatever the other guy from Monsters Inc. Mike Wazowski. It does look a little bit like Mike Wazowski. I also think the catfish head looks pretty good. That might be like a Final Fantasy one. I like the Bob outfit, but I don't know. Maybe for Halloween we can do some Bob themed emotes or something like that. We'll see. It might not be any of these. That's kind of where we're working right now, and what we're working on. But that's Elu. That's where Elu's at. So we're figuring it out. Yeah. Also, Bob looks a little bit like what's his name from Undertale. Whatever that character's name is from Sans or Sans. Yeah. Looks a little bit like that from Undertale. So we'll figure that out, and that'll be live in the next couple of months for sure. Hey, there's that new notification there that Barry made and Daniel made. Good job. Looks like they're working. But I appreciate all your feedback, and I'm sure Elu's reading the feedback as well. So we're super blessed to have Elu working with us on all that stuff. We currently have 12 new Avengers emotes in the chat that we'll be using this week. Still going to continue theming all of our emotes to the different games that we play. So that's still a thing that's going to exist. What else? We had another mod today. This is kind of the first time that we've announced that they're a new mod. So shout out to Ghost of Carcosa, which really just makes me think of True Detective Season 1, especially those final episodes. And that's scary as hell. So make sure you don't upset Ghost of Carcosa, because the Yellow King might come find you. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, don't call me out for being a serial killer. You chose the name, buddy. All right? Everyone's got a role. Darkaros is the funny one. Nor's the best one. You're the serial killer. All right? That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Yeah. I mean, look, if you do best mod, the bot says it's Nor. That's how it goes. Do the command. Someone do the command. Best mod. Who is JP's best mod? Was there even a question? It was Nor. That's voted upon by the mods in the annual best mod competition amongst the mods. That's how it goes. All right. That's how it goes. Oh yeah, we need we don't do worst mod. We only celebrate positivity around here. Is Nor mod of the year? No. We don't do mod of the year. It's just best mod. You know, it's just best mod. What else is going on? If you haven't been on the channel in a while, we made a pretty big, significant change to the channel a couple weeks back, and that was the idea of backseating. For almost like 10 years now, we've fought against the idea of backseating. And ultimately, I think it's actually, over those 10 years, caused more harm than actually done good. So we're removing it. It's done. You can backseat all you want, or do what you want to, as long as you don't story spoiler stuff. Yeah, you can backseat me all you want, just don't be aggro. That's that. That's kind of the new rule. It's been here for a couple weeks now, and it's been fine. What games have we been through? I think that was in there for Ghost. For Minecraft, for sure. It actually made Minecraft a lot better. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. Also, if you weren't aware, we have a new start time for our stream every single day. If maybe you're a YouTube viewer, you haven't been here in a while. We start every single day at 12 Eastern now instead of 1 p.m. Eastern. Just makes more sense. I've been getting up earlier and earlier as I'm getting older and older. So instead of sitting around doing nothing, we're sitting around streaming. So we'd love to have you join us every single day at noon Eastern. What else is up out there? In my little bullet point list, I've got changing graphics / emotes. We're still going to keep doing this. As you see over here, right here, there's no frame around this, but one of the things that we are going to keep trying to do is framing the different camera borders specific to the game, as well as the different, overlays and whatnot. But we got to figure out a way to make that work and find the formula to make that work, and potentially maybe even find the right people to make that work. But emotes are going to still be updated every single time that we do a new game. We're also going to be trying to figure out a better way to make those more unified and work together on that when it comes to like me and Elu and the mods. Yeah, so that's kind of everything I think on Twitch. Let's talk a little bit about YouTube. So YouTube's always been a thing that has existed as, I wouldn't say an afterthought, but it's just been a thing that, we didn't really put too much time to. A while back, me and Reggie, Reginald the 14th, who's a mod on the channel, one of the longtime mods, started talking, and he felt like he could start to become kind of that editor that a lot of streamers have. And so it became a priority on the channel. And so if you've been watching on YouTube, we do daily uploads over there of different gameplay VODs. We also cut out different parts of the stream, whether it's like a restream or something special like Drop Frames Games. He's also been handling all of the actual VOD exports for things like Drop Frames or Whiskey Sweet and all that stuff. But ultimately, one of the biggest issues with adding all of that stuff to /itmeJP over at YouTube was that that audience was not necessarily there to watch gameplay VODs. And ultimately, it got kind of spammy for them in terms of what was in the sub box. So we made a new YouTube channel. itmeJP 2 is now going to be kind of the house for all things and all future playthrough uploads. I think right now I don't know if Reggie got it finished, but it might be there. Also, if you go to /itmeJP2, the number 2, probably not going to work right now. We have to wait 3 more days till we can get that domain. If you go to itme.jp/YouTube2, that'll take you over there. Oh, it's live just up. There you go. So, yeah, that's where we're at with that. We'll be uploading playthroughs on Twitch. I think Ghost of Tsushima's final VOD just went live on the main channel today. That'll be the last like full playthrough upload on that channel. We're not going to port any of the old ones over to the other channels. It would literally take way too long. I think we have over like 3,000 or 4,000 changes, or 3,000 or 4,000 VODs on /itmeJP, and that would just be astronomical. Years of uploads, essentially. But one of the best ways to track that, which we're going to hop to in a little bit, is of course Jpedia, but we'll talk about it in just a sec. On itmeJP2, there should be 2 uploads a day of gameplay content, whatever we've been playing or whatever uploads Reggie is doing. In terms of what's going to go on /itmeJP, that's going to focus on show VODs and kind of premium content. So one of the other things that Reggie is going to start doing is we're bringing the weekly highlight videos back. We've got a huge amount of backlog when it comes to clips and whatnot. Hold on, let me take a drink. There we go. We got a pretty big backlog of clips, so those are going to become highlight videos. I think Reggie actually has like 2 or maybe 3 of those already made. We're just waiting on graphics, so we might get one of those uploaded this week here pretty soon. But yeah, ultimately the biggest change there is for anyone that's subscribed to /itmeJP, the main channel, you're not going to get spammed anymore via your sub box from gameplay videos. So that's where we're going with that. I think that's everything on YouTube. Most of the graphics are already changed over there. Yeah. And if you want to, drop a sub over on itmeJP2, by all means, ring that bell, chat. Ring the bell. Yay. I'm a YouTuber now. I mentioned Jpedia. If you haven't been to the channel in a while, itme.jp/Jpedia has kind of become like the nexus for all things, me. We've got links to different playlists there. We've got upcoming games and if I'm going to play them or not. We've got specs page that kind of lists everything from this chair to what shelves those are, to what headphones I'm using, to what microphone, what computers, all that stuff. We've got kind of the plan, and so that's a constantly updating, something that we always take a look at, usually every Monday, if not Sunday, and kind of figure out the next week. So that's where we're at. It's essentially a Wikipedia built in to an Excel spreadsheet because Nor really likes spreadsheets. Plural, spreadsheets. I guess I could show it off here actually, rather than just like talk about it. To make this spreadsheet available for a large audience, publish this file to the web. Nor should we do that? Should we maybe publish it to the web? How do you get that off the screen? Jesus, these guys are just hogging so much of the stream. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So yeah, here's the spreadsheet. This is what you'll get when you go there for the first time. You can kind of see everything here and what's going up. We'll have this updated with the new shows in real time. Actually, maybe one of the things for prime time is we can have like upcoming shows or shows that we want to watch or something like that. So if we go to the plan, this is where we're at right here. Oh yeah, we can even make a change right now. This is going to be The Sims Star Wars. And that's a game. Boom. We're doing that on the 8th. It's gonna be good stuff. I think I can talk about that. I'll wait to talk about this later today. But yeah, this is kind of always updated. We can also actually update this as well and put prime time. And then we could put this as 9/7 at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then we can put this as Frienda and put to be determined. There you go. So yeah, Jpedia's got all this stuff. We've got a list of upcoming games. So if you're looking to see what games are upcoming, and if I'm going to be playing them, or you just want to see what's scheduled to be released, you can use this. We also have little notes and everything here. These are all the games that have been released. These are all the different playthroughs that we've done dating back to 2014, at least the ones that are updated on YouTube. So maybe if you're just now getting into, look at that little, man, that's an old thumbnail right there. If you're just now getting into the channel, you want to see kind of different games that we have up on YouTube, you can do so by going over to here. What else is this? Oh, these are all the games that I've played in 2020. Okay, some of the stuff I haven't even seen. These are all the different things that we use from a spec point of view. If there's something that's missing here, by all means, let the mods know. Drop frames. I haven't even seen this yet. Pre-show playlist. Oh my God, look at that. Look at this. Nora's been getting some work done. Whiskey Sweet. Oh yeah, speaking of Whiskey Sweet, we just announced, Aaron just tweeted, our next episode, which will be on the 12th? The 12th. Yeah, the next episode on the 12th is going to be Star Wars themed. She found a like official Star Wars cookbook or something, so we're going to be cooking Star Wars stuff. We're going to have some blue milk and something. Bantha chops. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, once again, that's over at itmeJP/Jpedia for any more information there. That's kind of always being updated in real time. Let's do a little bit of Q&A. If you guys have questions in the chat, by all means, ask. We'll see what we can answer here. And then we'll get back to playing some games. Ever considered doing a live viewing of Jesse's Final Fantasy 14s on stream? Nope. That's Jesse's content. I don't want to restream his content. But you should be watching Jesse play Final Fantasy 14 on his Twitch channel. Is Evenings in Eorzea still happening? Yes. Depending on the game and depending on the week, we're not going to commit to making it a weekly thing. But if it does happen, it will most likely occur on Wednesday/Thursday evenings. I don't think it's going to happen this week because I'm going to be pretty deep into Marvel's Avengers as that's launching tomorrow. But yeah. What else here? Any D&D games planned? No, not at all. Will Dodge and Cox ever become a thing? Have you tried hard enough? That's up to Dodger and Jesse. It's not my show. Status of Echoes. Oh yeah, Echoes is still moving forward. I don't consider it to be part of this channel anymore because we don't stream it to this channel anymore. We'll still be uploading that to /itmeJP. Jesse's still going to be uploading it. It's still going to be happening every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. But we stream it to the cast channel now, except for stripping. So we stream it to Jesse Cox, Bike Man, Anna Prosser, and Pocket. So, yeah. Kojak asks, question for itmeJP. Why did you make the decision to not use the far superior name Chitty Chatty Bang Bang for the interview show? Do we have another mod that we can grab? Nor? We need a new one, I think. We need a new one. Did you mention how long Frienda interviews are? Schmubs, we're going to be shooting for, an hour, 2 hours. I think I'm going to cut it off at 3. I don't think. I mean, some of the longest Real Talk episodes did go a little bit over 3 hours. But they're going to be long form interviews, for sure. We'll probably try to structure it so kind of like what we did with Real Talk back in the day, where first part is about kind of their childhood, their upbringing, their parents, their how that all came to be. Second part will be kind of their professional life and kind of how that got all started, and their path to where they are today. And then third part will kind of be open-ended questions about the industry that they're in or things like that nature. So, yeah, that's where we're at there. I'm scrolling up a lot of different questions here, so sorry if I'm missing anything. I did not see that Steph X. That's been a rumor, though, for a while. Yes, Ghost Reaper will be starting tomorrow. Can we keep our Discord chill and slightly dead? I mean, I don't think the Discord's actually been pretty busy recently. Patience, but if people want to get in there and get talking, by all means, I'm not going to stop them. On Jpedia, I noticed you have Yakuza on a game list you want to play. Thinking of playing previous Yakuza games beforehand? Absolutely not. Zero interest in doing so. Will your own Final Fantasy 14 5.x VODs be coming to YouTube? We might add it to the list. Reggie's got kind of a long list of things, Nia, that we want to put up there. But yeah, we're going to be able to upload a lot more VODs now because show VODs are not going to be on there anymore. So for sure. Any news on Phil Spencer interview for Drop Frames? It got pushed to September. But apart from that, I don't have any more information to announce just yet. Will Sim Star Wars be with Aurelian? Maybe. Who knows? Thanks, Gathis. How are you going to choose the shows to watch for prime time? Is it going to be between you and Jericho or polls or something like that? We'll probably take some audience input. I think the biggest thing is making sure that whatever we watch on prime time is going to have the most amount of, the most amount of people able to watch it. Usually that means that it's going to be prime video content like Jack Ryan or The Boys or Man in the High Castle, that type of stuff. But every once in a while, we might do a movie that might be a little bit more condensed in terms of who can actually watch it. The nice thing about the watch party stuff is they seem to be opening that up to more and more people as time moves forward. And so hopefully we can kind of grow the show around that as well. No problem, Drohan. I hope you enjoy the game. So are you just, Monas asked, are you just focusing on the gaming industry with Frienda? Just jumping between content creator, dev, organizer, etc., or is it open, or is it just up to whoever you're interested in getting regardless of background? It's generally just who I want to talk to or who I think would be an interesting conversation for sure. That's kind of where I'm at with that. Jerry, Ko, and Rami, I guess you could say are kind of like the easy people to score for that show because we're friends and we have a long-standing friendship and they're super easy to work with and have worked with them before. So we'll definitely change or we'll definitely grow the audience hopefully through who we get on that show by getting people that aren't necessarily on the channel at all times. Is pre-show still happening? Yes. I think I actually saw Megan in the channel. Megan's responsible for the pre-show jingles and she'll also be on the next episode. I just haven't found the two other people yet who we're going to do that episode with, let alone the time to do it. But yeah, we are going to be doing another episode of or more episodes of the pre-show. Do the premise of prime time, watching shows with chat. How many episodes will come out of the show? Will come out of the show if the list of streamable shows is limited. I mean, there's a lot of content to watch. You got to remember that like a movie is 2 hours and TV shows are endless. So like, if Jericho hasn't seen a show or I haven't seen the show that Jericho's watched, we could definitely go back and like watch the entirety of The Wire, if that's streamable. I think that there's a lot of potential shows there for sure. Also, I got to time out Kojak apparently for 10 minutes. So there you go. There's a lot of content on Prime Video to watch. So yeah, we'll see. We take questions from chat for Frienda. Potentially, we might have like a question submission form for each episode that I put out there and maybe pull from that. Is the show fandom still a thing? Not currently. I know that a lot of people really enjoy fandom. I think it might pop up from time to time. Honestly, the last time we did like a fandom related episode, I think we just called it Drop Frames, something or other. I forgot what that was though. Will Frienda also be released as a podcast? Yes, absolutely. We got to figure out when we do that for sure. Wait, what? I heard you and Jericho? Yeah. if you want to rewatch the VOD, or I'll tweet it out later. But me and Jericho are doing a new show called Primetime. What else we got here? Is the current plans, we kind of already answered this. Is the current plans for Frienda to only be your friends, or if you can book like other influential people for interviews, that is goal? And Frienda is more just the atmosphere of the show, necessarily, yeah, doesn't necessarily have to be our friends. We'll definitely book different guests there. I will say the thing with like working with high profile people is they're less likely to spend 2 to 3 hours on a show. But yeah. I'm doing good. Strawberry Pop. I'm not going to read your last name, the last part of your name, but yeah, thank you. Did you do a Warcraft cooking on the cooking show in the future? Sure. Are they going to be game developers? Well, Rami is one of the confirmed guest Guardian Gallus, so I think that would be a game developer right there. We need all the developers you can get. The one you did with Marvels was awesome to watch. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to handle that. We might do like a spin-off of Frienda, where it's like a dev interview or something. It might be something. The show could be super fluid like that. It'd be pretty exciting. Our VOD's going to still be sub only. I'm glad you asked this. It was actually something I wanted to talk about and I forgot to put in here. For now, they will be. It's still one of those things where like when you operate a channel for 10 years or so and it's sub only, I have no idea what the actual ramifications of dropping sub only is going to do to the channel from a business perspective. And so it's a pretty big, it's essentially me jumping off of a side of a mountain and not knowing if there's going to be a parachute, right? So it's honestly where we're at right now with that. It's still something that I'm trying to monitor and you know, keep in mind. But we'll see. You know, future is never certain, so we'll see. Is there a set amount of people you want per episode for Frienda? It's a one-on-one interview show. When does Frienda start? It's already happening. I'm already getting asked when it starts. We don't have a start date just yet. If you rewatch the opening of the state of the stream thing, they take a long time to kind of build up those questions. We've actually got Sven from Lars at Larian on Drop Frames this week. That's somewhat related to like interviews, and prep work for that was probably around 2.5 hours. Longer than the actual interview will be, for sure. What is the intended direction, knowing no plan survives contact with the guest/audience for Frienda in terms of tone? I mean, if you go back and watch some of the Real Talk episodes, we're able to kind of get into things that I necessarily wouldn't ask them up front, and like a normal casual atmosphere. But yeah, we'll definitely get into, I'm not there to like make the other person uncomfortable. But asking them things that I'm interested in is definitely kind of the goal. How many different shows are you aiming for per month? And when did you become addicted to collecting figurines? I've kind of always collected figurines. How many shows are you aiming per month? I don't really have a goal in mind. I mean, 4 drop frames, 2 whiskey sweets, a pre-show here and there, forward and back again, probably 2. 4 episodes of prime time, and maybe Frienda will be monthly, if not 2 a month, once we kind of get the workflow situated for that. I'm sorry to be mean, JP, but I really enjoy your streams and most of the content you're doing. Is there anything that is more EU friendly? Because Prime Time is not available. Because Prime Watch is not available in EU. I mean, the rest of the stream is pretty much all European centric. Like we start Prime Time I shouldn't say Prime Time anymore. We start like 6, 7 o'clock Europe time. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still scrolling down for everything. Yeah, Joe Breezer, it would be cool if you get people from Kind of Funny or Easy Allies. Yeah, for sure. That'd be fun. Am I thinking about my wedding or too many games to play? Yes? Question mark? I'm not sure. It might be something that we do, Arcus. I'm not gonna commit to anything one way or the other. What is up with Rolling Alliance and WoW? I'm disgusted in all of you. Hey, that's not my call. All right, that's Strippin. I Strippin bit the bullet for me last time we played Classics, so I guess we'll bite the bullet for him. But I'm still gonna make him seem like we're not gonna. No one clip this and send it to him. I think actually Strippin's gonna be joining me for Avengers throughout the week. It's all right, Makdugo. Let's see. Thank you, Red Winter. You mentioned channel points being overhauled. Is lowering the reward cost being considered due to Twitch nerfing the earned rate of points from 100 to 60? Yeah, for sure. We just got to figure out that system and you know what we want the channel points to do. Do you still chill in Eorzea? I play Eorzea, or I play Final Fantasy 14 every single night for 4 to 5 hours recently. All right. I think we're caught up. We got there. We did it. I'm seeing friendly faces once again. Do you still plan to be a mecha gnome? Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, I think we're good. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. With the new shows, are you taking a step away from video games on the channel at all? Or do you plan to play most new games on stream? Oh no, the normal day-to-day streams will still exist. 100%. Tomorrow's the new NVIDIA GPUs. Will you be watching it? Yeah, we're doing a sponsored stream. A sponsored co-stream of it tomorrow. So I'll be restreaming it. It'll just be me. The Point Gaming, thanks for that Prime sub. Burning Echo, thanks for the 17. Favorite song in Final Fantasy 14? I can't choose. Yeah, that's the redacted thing tomorrow. Yeah, I think tomorrow's NVIDIA stream, I have to get as many dollar bills as I can and just like throw them at the monitor. And hopefully, somehow, a video card is going to appear. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, you know? We'll see what happens. You never know. You're gonna need a lot though. We're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to go find an ATM tonight and just throw like, yeah. We're gonna have to make a max withdrawal. Here's the final question from Arcus, and then we'll call this a VOD and get it posted on YouTube. Hey, love you and your content. Been here for years of your growth from a long-time viewer. Well, I'm sad for change. I'm happy you're happy. To be honest, I think the channel is super healthy right now. I might be wrong, but I see more and more people here, and that's great. Would you say the channel is doing well overall? I think the past like 6 months, the channel's definitely changed a lot. We kind of talked about that at the start of the stream. But I will say that when we were doing roleplay for the 7 years, and kind of the back half of that, things got a little bit too much mechanical in the sense of, you know, it's Tuesday, it's Court of Swords. Not much is going to change. That's always going to happen. It's Thursday, that's EOE. Not much is going to change. Like, you know, it was set in stone. There was no room for change because change didn't really need to happen. And so it got a little bit automated, a little mechanical. And I think as a creator, it was a little bit, what's the word? Stifling, I think, to kind of the idea of content creation, at least for me. And so when that kind of all closed, it was definitely a period of like, what are we going to do? You know, like, what are we going to make essentially? And I think if you look back and see the past like 2 or 3 months on the channel, things are a lot different here. I feel like things are a lot better. It's much more exciting. I'm definitely enjoying myself a lot on the channel. I think viewers are enjoying that stuff as well. And hopefully, that continues. So that's where we'll kind of wrap up the state of the stream. We'll come back and see what's going on in the world of news right after this. This is really just a bookend for the VOD. So thanks for watching. Go subscribe. itmeJP/itmeJP2 or youtube.com/itmeJP/youtube.com/itmeJP2, or just there's links down below to both YouTube channels. Unless you're watching on YouTube. We'll be right back.